Hello and welcome back. I'm standing here at the door and I still haven't fucking made up my mind. Do I go? You know what? Let's confirm that thing first. There's this way that I suspect will lead to the place. That's good. That should be in all of these games. Click on the portrait is the same as clicking on the character for purpose of targeting. This puts us right here where I imagined it would. And what options do we have here? I feel like the western side is gonna be... Fuck, I should have looked at my journal first. God damn it. Burn in the righteous flame of the God Emperor. No, that's not what I'm looking at. Fortified bunker towards the upper way. I feel like going down is the side path, which means that's where I want to go. So,
rise to the top, or get left in the dust.
Rise to the top. We're gonna go this way. Hopefully, I don't accidentally... I can always reload a save. Hopefully not too far back though. Rabble. Will they fight me?
Is there money to be made?
No. Evidently not. Voices belonging to the many residents of the lower levels. Okay.
Let us see what I found.
Oh. 88.
That wasn't so difficult.
Oh shit. Toxic flow, murk liquid. Okay. But underhive. Ah. Well, that confirms that this is a hive city.
Abelard, I've been meaning to ask. How are you keeping it together so well? Don't you ever feel awful without her?
Enough, Plus. We have a duty to the new rogue trader. You would do well to focus on that. If you keep your mind busy, you will have less opportunity to fill it with awful things.
The classic man way. Just fucking ignore your feelings and focus on doing things. Surprisingly effective sometimes.
I always keep my options open.
Well, no. Okay, corpse search. Did I rob someone just now?
Hey, what's that?
This? That's a cinch mark.
Over.
Symbol. Unholy symbol. One. Make you nauseous. Someone is watching you. Oh boy howdy. This is less than ideal. Cultists. Just hanging out. No, hanging out dead.
Ooh, I'm glad that I never have to look at it. No offense, Cass, but I'll do just fine without an eyeball in the middle of my forehead.
Fucking be a little sensitive, Idira. You don't have to make such a big deal of it.
I always have a backup plan.
I don't like that they're labeled as shooters. And that this guy's labeled as a cultist.
Keep your wits
I'm
about
still
you.
new to the art of exploring.
The premonition runs true.
No one here.
Over
This
there.
place is fucking chaos. Fucked. Belly churn wheels. That doesn't sound very good. Not very appetizing. Belly churn? For churning the belly?
Rise to the top or get left in the dust.
Well, there's a path down here. I guess we're going down. Camera. No. Where the fuck. There's the staircase. And
Would
then
you
we
look at that?
come here.
Never doubt me. See? Right there.
Tech use. Oh, Blessed Cape. Melee attack against demon enemies. We're not gonna be doing a lot of melee attacks with our dogmatic friend. Huh. Is there no way out of here? There seems to be more stuff down here. If I were to click, say, here,
Is there
can I
money
go
to
here?
be
Nope.
made?
Can I go up here? No. I don't know, it doesn't seem like there's anywhere to go from here. But there is a bunch of chaos bullshit. So I imagine we're gonna have to return here sooner or later. Unfortunately. Game autosaved. And there was nothing more here. Well, I guess we've just wasted a bit of time then. Let's
Always keep
make
your
our
eye on
exit
prize.
and head west. Go west. Ba-da-da-da-da. Life is peaceful there. Well, I don't imagine it would be in this game. For in the grim dark future of the 41st millennium, there is only war. Or however that goes. 41st? 42nd? I think it was the 41st when 40k started. Then we like jumped to... Or did we? I can't remember. There was like one big move forward in the timeline, and then the timeline sat still for like until 2017. And that's when the timeline started moving, which was a big mistake if you ask me. Fucking... The worst thing about modern 40k is that they're trying to like move along a central storyline, which there never was a need for. All hail Aurora. Yeah. Ah, Aquila. Serve the Emperor in your heart and deeds when you join the ranks of his illustrious army, the Astra Militarum. Fight heresy, serve a higher purpose, safeguard humanity's dominion. Have we met... Are these boys supposed to be Imperial Guardsmen corrupted? I don't think they are. They might be PDF.
I always have a backup plan.
Despite what you might think from the tabletop, the Astra
Deal with this.
the Astra Militarum, the Imperial Guard,
Nothing
are
is safe.
actually really
Pay attention.
high level soldiers, as it were.
Cast your eye there.
If you compare it to
Duty
I always
prevails.
keep my options
if you
open.
compare it to like the Planetary Defense Forces or like most minor military organizations, the Imperial Guard is like the tip top,
Never doubt.
and then you have the Space Marines above that, but they're so few.
Duty prevails.
The Ecclesiarchy has the Sisters, of course, which are
The Emperor
arguably more
favors
elite,
me
but they're
today.
much fewer in numbers. Let's see. Clearly oblivious to your presence, the soldier mutters incoherently and does not react to anything around him. Let him be, I suppose. Hello?
Attention to detail is the key to success.
Ancient Terra Monocle. Lore Imperium test depend on... Oh. Interesting. I believe my fellowship is not that much higher than my intelligence. This is better. To just keep on standard. Oh. Gonna have to
Rise to the top.
address
or
that
get left in
situation
the dust.
in a minute. I want to check over on this side first, though.
Is there money to be made?
Huh. To lower levels of the upper way. Interesting. I kind of want to go to this little hostage situation, though. I don't think it's time sensitive. I'm gonna go ahead and try and deal with it anyways. Some 10 people, children among them, are huddling together in fear. You see half of them have black holes where their eyes used to be. Some maintain a gloomy silence, others are wailing. Several armed insurgents are carefully watching over the terrified hostages, snapping every now and then at someone for shaking too much or crying too loudly. Come to your senses, Arild. Look what you're doing to your own family. A woman of about 60, grey-haired but still strong, is kneeling before a stocky man with a thick, pure white beard, stretching her arms toward him. Take pity on us. Let us go. Stop talking and embrace redemption. Our children have gained true... No, fanatical old man. How that works. Our children have gained true sight, while you still believe the lie. Upon seeing you, the man points his weapon at you. The other insurgents do the same. Who are you, and why are you here? No, you tell me. Who are you, and what are you doing to these unfortunates? I'm the chief. My former name, Arild, is meaningless now. I am a father leading his family to deliverance from woes, to salvation. Aurora has opened my eyes to the truth, and my children will see it. Arild, spare us, spare your children. His mind and soul are pierced by shards of a colorful deception. Hues once twisted by despair, and the Immaterium's influence can never be the same again. Pascal's voice hisses furiously. Layperson, cognition is not your primary function. You are saving your kin by holding them at gunpoint, and believe that that burning their eyes will grant them sight. It is evident that the author of the demagogic teaching that confused you meant to make mockery of your deplorable intellect. Abelard's face turns a deep red. To cast your own children into the thrall of heresy. to drown your progeny in this filth with your own hands. Pascal, he can logic this shit. What you are doing is no salvation. Stop taking your fear out on the innocent. It will neither ease your suffering nor rid you of fear. But all I wanted was to save. The man drops his weapon and covers his face with his hands in desperation. You hear several short sobs. There's no washing the blood from your hands. But you could at least let us go, Harold. The ones you haven't mutilated yet. The old man gestures to the other insurgents, who lower their weapons. Then he shifts his gaze to you, trying to hold back tears. What happens to us now? Oh, I don't really like letting him go. But then again, Chaos can't have a full grasp on him yet. Maybe this one act of kindness. Do I believe that? And then there's the matter of iconoclast versus dogmatic. Part of me wants to go dogmatic. Fuck. Nah, let's try this. Maybe it will lead to something better. Your family may go, and so may you. But make sure I do not ever see you again. The hostages begin to leave, and soon the group disappears around one of the bends. The old man looks away from them and walks in the opposite direction. His shoulders shake with sobs every now and then. Well, we avoided combat. I think that's good.
Let us not dawdle.
Success is measured in blood, yours and your enemies. I think I'm gonna go back to the door. Is it a door when it's on the floor? This thing.
Keep your wits about you.
Mechanical door.
Is blessed with multifunctionality.
Blessed with multifunctionality. Oh, hold up. Oh, I forgot about this door. Oh, well. Now we know. And knowing is indeed half the battle. Come on. There it is, 100%, just... Why are you on 100% and nothing is happening? Oh, there we go. Ooh. Almost got worried there for a second. Something might have broken.
Do you see that?
Now I do.
Never doubt me.
Cover was haphazardly assembled from whatever the rebels could find.
I always keep my options open.
Let's go left first. examine these goods. I don't know how much it matters what each thing is.
Rise to the top, or get left in the dust.
Command center. That sounds like the goal we're heading for. Let's save that until last.
Is there money to be made?
The road here is blocked. And down here we have all-purpose synth powders. You up no matter what. Sorry, what did that say? Did that say Necromunda? Yes, it did.
Always keep your eye on the prize.
That's fascinating.
Searching is my observance.
Oh, wait. Pause? For what? Crystallized darkness. Heretic trophies. Oh dear. Why did it pause? Did I accidentally hit spacebar?
Keep your wits about you.
Not sure. This is interesting. I would have imagined there would be some sort of perception check.
I always have a backup plan.
How do I get down here? Maybe I don't. Huh? What happened? Why do you have a fresh injury?
Rise to the top, or get left in the dust.
I don't know what happened there. That seems to just end. It must have been a trap I missed that they ran through. Oh well. I wish the AI would not walk into traps I have seen. That goes for a lot of these games, honestly. A lot of computer RPGs, CRPGs, if you will. They have like perception checks rolled, and the character sees the trap and then still run into the trap. Formidable shells. Oh, level up. Dang. Plus 10. Why not? Let's grab the persuasion. Grab some intelligence as well. Bigger brain, bigger tongue? Something like that. Have that. Have that. Yeah, that's pretty good. Let's go toughness again. I'm just building Abelard to be the thickest piece of meat of a man you've ever seen. Now you could use some logic, I suppose. Intelligence is not bad. Let's go with that. And you want... what do we want? Yeah, okay. Maybe? Yeah, that'll do fine. I guess we go agility. Initiative is always nice to have. And dodge. And it improves demolition. Let's go agility. Now you... Does persuasion actually... Nah. Let's go awareness. Or warplore? Nah, awareness. You... Use your willpower, don't you? Fair bit. Or... Perhaps perception is better. Or fellowship even. Or, Let's just go perception, that's fine. Well, I don't know that you need that much more tech use skill. Let's go logic. Since you like to go up and hit people with your axe, let's just grab weapon skill. And I think I'm gonna keep having you go up and hit people with your axe. Yeah. Big ol' shells. Oh, there's a... Solitary young tech priest is offering ceaseless prayers to the machine spirits of the command center. Hello. Welcome. They're very inviting. Okay, some people in here have names. There's Governor Medina. Tech Priest Quartz Crane. I guess we'll just step in and
keep my options open.
swing around our authority. Scrabbling around, digging into my skull from the inside. I'm gonna go talk to the governor. The tall, dark-skinned man turns towards you and greets you in a curt military manner. Faisal Rikadi, Ab Medina of Karunus, governor of this star system. Welcome to my temporary headquarters. The man's gaze falls on Abelard, his eyes slightly narrow. Versarian. Governor Medina, my greetings. The governor's expression changes drastically when he sees Cassia. Lady Navigator, what an honor. I never thought that House Orselio would grace our world with a visit. I only wish I could have received you under different circumstances. Cassia purses her lips, and an echo of grief knocks the wind out of those present. House Orselio is grateful for the support that you have provided to Yurak 5 these many years. I'm not seeing the convoy I sent to meet you. What happened? Did they fail to find and escort you? If that is so, I promise you the punishment will be swift and severe. I am interested in that, but for the time being, the convoy was ambushed and massacred. The only surviving soldier turned out to be a traitor and was personally executed by me. That is an outrage. I will have the personnel vetting procedure changed immediately. The slightest suspicion will be grounds for arrest. Your Ladyship, before we proceed with discussing the matters that are of interest to you, there is a question I feel compelled to ask. It was only recently that Lady Theodora was the head of House von Valancius. I've received no word of her demise. How is it that you are now the rogue trader? Let's sing the tune of the Imperium. My esteemed predecessor died at the hands of cultists. May the Emperor incinerate their souls. The governor frowns, and a deep shadow falls over his face. Rogue trader from Valancius, slain. Unthinkable. Please accept my deepest and most sincere condolences, your ladyship. Do not hesitate to let me know how I might be of help. Well, I need a fresh crew to replace those killed in the attack on the ship, and I need material compensation. The governor bows his head in acceptance. Of course, your ladyship. You will be compensated for any losses, and I'll see to it that your ship's holds are filled with the finest goods from my personal reserves. Profit factor gained. Now this is interesting. Profit factor is a measure of your status, wealth, and power as a rogue trader. Its value is determined by your trade connections, income of your holdings, treasury loans both to and from you. While traveling, your character will use profit factor for buying items and complete colonial projects. Yes, they're using that system. No counting money. We have a profit factor. Profit factor is not spent on purchases and transactions. Instead, its level determines your ability to conclude trade transactions. Profit factor can grow or diminish. Its growth is primarily influenced by major trade deals and is decreased by investments in colonial projects. Will we be able to... Ooh, that is exciting. Abelard nods in approval and remarks quietly. Excellent, your ladyship. A rogue trader has no use for leniency. I can offer you several thousand fine, obedient servants. However, I'm sad to inform you that I won't be able to do it until we've dealt with the insurgency on the planet. I'm sure you won't have to wait long. The rabble will soon be duly punished for their heretical scheming. And I have a lot of things to say. Are we gonna be critical? Are you so confident that you will crush the insurrection soon? My own impression has been the exact opposite. Is that so? The governor maintains his composure. I'd like to hear your reasoning. That is all true. Can I say more than this? Let's start with this. This seems to be the most exhaustive answer. Fuck. I'm switching accents, it's hard. The rioters are too well organized, too well informed, too well armed. There are signs of indoctrination into heretical beliefs. They are clearly being directed by someone competent and charismatic. Governor, you are dealing with an arch-enemy cult that is growing at an alarming rate. The governor's eyes darken, but your unwavering gaze makes him give in. All right. Perhaps I've underestimated the mutiny, writing it off as the rabble's usual nonsense. However, if it does involve corruption and an underground cult, this needs to be investigated. I'll assign additional resources to it and take the issue seriously. You have my word, your ladyship. I wish to commend the courage of one of your officers, Sergeant Malgar. He and his soldiers valiantly defend the starport. The sergeant who managed to impress the person of such noble standing will be recommended for decoration. I wonder if we'll be able to, like... If we keep pushing Lasse, and he keeps doing good... I like the idea that this might lead to something. I can only hope. My kinsman, Konrad Wojtwyr from Valancius, has betrayed our dynasty and the Imperium. If he's hiding in this system, I want him handed over to me. Wojtwyr is a traitor. Why, any family, however noble, has an unworthy scion or two. Naturally, we will surrender him should we find him within my jurisdiction. However, I have no information regarding his location. However, we have a cogitator here at the command center It's connected to the data crypt of Logis Abel's sanctum. It aggregated all the Lex Mechanic reports. I'm gonna have to read. What? A data crypt is a data repository sanctified by the Adeptus Mechanicus to be used in conjunction with a cogitator. Okay. Lex Mechanic is a low-ranking tech priest. Okay, got it. Unfortunately, the access prayer for it is unknown to me. If you manage to convince the stubborn machine, you might learn something about Conrad's movements. At hazard, he fled from you on a ship, not on a pair of wings. Heinrichs van Calox, an interrogator of the Most Holy Inquisition, is operating in your system. Do you know where he is? The governor lowers his voice. I do. Master van Calox has left for the hallowed electrodynamic Cenobium. It's an ancient monastery of the Adaptus Mechanicus. I don't know what his objectives are. Needless to say, insurgent activity has been observed in the monastery's vicinity. But I suppose that's too petty of a problem for an agent of the Most Holy Inquisition. Besides, I have already sent a small detachment of reinforcements there. Investigate the Adaptus Mechanical. Okay. That's on this planet. The weapon the insurgents were using to shoot down the shuttles of the city has been destroyed. Now nothing is preventing you from returning to your ship. If you wish to find Master van Calox, you should go to the Cenobium of the Adeptus Mechanicus. Notes of anxiety creep into the voice that rattles from Pascal's vox. On behalf of the priesthood of Mars, I, Margos Hanuman, am officially initiating my participation in the operation. I must inspect the state of the relic and assure myself that it is under zero risk of falling into heretic hands. According to the Catechism of Maintenance and Operation, my tech comrades were supposed to lock the monastery gates against lay people and activate the traps. I deem it optimal that an ordained Magos should provide his assistance. I categorically object. The governor clenches his fist. As much as I respect the sanctity of your monastery, I have on my hands a whole capital that needs to be attended by the Omnissiah's servants. We have lost many eminent tech priests. Incidentally, one of them perished in that same monastery. Mechanical failures could occur at any moment. Putting it bluntly, you may consider yourself forcibly recruited into the city's defense forces. Medina and Pascal glare at each other, their unyielding gazes like crossed swords. This Magos is part of my retinue. You have no right to give him orders. You mistake me for a fool. I know that he arrived separately from you, and I would bet my life that no... The governor's voice dies down in the low growl of a drilling mechadendrite. Its tip is directed straight at the bridge of his nose. Medina clears his throat and grumbles stubbornly. So this is the negotiation technique you have resorted to? Do you think this is the first time I've been threatened with a weapon? No, but this could be your last. Pascal's voice is akin to the sound produced by his drilling equipment, steady and calm, but ready to explode at a moment's notice with the crunching of bone and the squelching of tearing flesh. I am heading to the monastery because I must. Is that clear? The governor mutters through gritted teeth. Abundantly so, Magos. Should we? Now let's ask questions. Why are you so determined to get to the monastery? Is it just because of the relic? It is why I came to this world. I am expected there. Well, then it would be my pleasure to assist the Omnissiah's servant in reaching the sanctum. Thank you for your cooperation, your ladyship. And the drill stops. As compensation for your consideration of my request, I, Magos Hanuman, officially undertake to accompany you in the Rykard system in the role of bodyguard and to protect you at all costs until your life functions cease, but only within the limits of the Rykard system. You're Hanuman? Glad you're alive. The governor raises his eyebrow and stares at the tech priest in surprise, but refrains from further commentary. Pascal, what is so special about the Cenobium and the relic? What is in there that has drawn the attention of an interrogator of the Inquisition? I have never been there before, but I would presume that the sacred relic of the reactor is capable of great destruction should it end up in heretic hands. The fury of the freed machine spirits, once released from the sacred circuit, will destroy everything around them. The degree of damage inflicted may render the world of Rykard Minoris uninhabitable. Heresy must be purged from those blessed halls. I declare any desecrator who defiles the relic's power a Category 3 blasphemer, deserving of immediate execution. I wish to know more about the monastery. The Cenobium has been run by the Adeptus Mechanicus ever since the colony was founded. The sacred reactor guarded by its priest powers the entire planet. I can say no more. Is it the fucking generator room from Star Wars? The first one? No, that's actually the fourth one. It is a forbidden place that even I have only been allowed to visit once before. Oh, this is stupid. Say, what has perplexed you about my companion's name? The governor looks at Pascal with curiosity. According to the reports we've received, Logis Abel Hanuman set off for the hallowed electrodynamic Cenobium a short while before it was stormed. I'm glad to find out that you're safe. Perhaps you possess information on Massif and Kalox. Abel Hanuman is different from Pascal Hanuman. Pascal's voice rasps in confusion. My name is Pascal Hanuman, not Abel. I know nothing about such a person. Interesting. It could be that he's straight up well, there's a few options. Could be that Abel and Pascal are not related at all. Could be that there is some relationship that Pascal is not aware of. Well, we'll just have to see. What do you know about this Abel, Governor? I've never met him in person. That esteemed Logis supervised the work of Rykard Minoris Lex Mechanics for years. Many years. However, he rarely left his cyber chapel, and I never had the honor of making his acquaintance. A true anchorite. Why did he fly to the monastery? That seems suspicious. When a Logis of the Adeptus Mechanicus wants to go somewhere, we don't ask why, your ladyship. Where can I get more information on this individual? I would have suggested that you inspect the Inceived Logis Sanctum, but it was destroyed by the rebels. We recovered several data crypts and connected them with the cogitators at the command post. They might provide you with some information. It is amazing that a mechanical voice from a Vox can sound so confused. That name might have been used as a signal intelligible only to its intended recipient. In that case, its bearer might be Archmagos Amanat, initiating an investigation and data collection procedure. This is, of course, a recognized master of a technological or scientific discipline within the Cult Mechanicus. Dira tenses up and listens, then turns around sharply to face Pascal. I can hear my friend's snide whispers through the doors. Be careful on your search, Magos. If you stare into the shattered mirror for too long, you might see yourself in it, in every shard at once. Mending it is that much more of a tainted affair than the new reflection. Is death like... I see. Glad to be of service, your ladyship. Is there anything else I can do on this planet or in this system while I wait for the end of the revolt? If you'd like a distraction, a smaller and safer uprising to suppress at your leisure, there's a planetoid in my system called Ricardiphilia. It hosts a prison colony whose inmates rebelled at the same time as the heretics on the planet. It's an all-round preposterous situation. It should have only taken us a couple of orbital shots to take care of them, but he slightly purses his lips. Vane Winterscale went there. He's a relative of my suzerain, the great rogue trader Caligos Winterscale, the master of this system and a dozen others. I imagine the young Lord Winterscale is very eager to prove himself to his distinguished kinsman. I see no reason for you not to join him. It's a small planetoid, the prisoners' numbers are few, and they have little in the way of weapons. It's more of a sport for noble lords and ladies than a real rebellion. So he says, Yvain. Abelard mutters, stroking his beard. One of his distant younger offspring, yes. That's as much as I know about him, which means he hasn't distinguished himself in any meaningful way. Oof, burn. Yvain Winterscale has made several diplomatic visits on Yurak 5 on behalf of his father. The Great Regent would never have granted entry to someone dishonorable, which means, no matter what happened on the planetoid, we must aid the Highborn. That is all I wanted to discuss. Oh, that was a lot of reading. I'm gonna cut it off here. There's supposed to be a cogitator here. Is this the cogitator, perhaps? We're gonna check that cogitator out as well. Or is this the cogitator? We'll check out the computer when we come back. And then, well, we have a few options for where to go, I think. But the most interesting one would be the Cenobum, I believe. I will see you next time.